boys. Okay. This is my second video because the other one I just bothered me because I have so much going on. I don't believe in God and Jesus, and I'll stand by that. Totally stand by that. And the courts use this Jesus and God to control people who went to these universities and schools, because it's the whole chain of controlment. I met this guy, Morty, in Fountain Valley, and he came from New York, supposedly. And I'm just telling you the story that he told me. Anyways, my boys, he's telling me stuff that I don't like to hear. He, right off the bat, he already was disrespectful towards me, but he has substance abuse. He abuses substance because he's lost spiritually, and his parents failed to guide him correctly because of the Holocaust happened. Trauma. When you're sheltered and society really doesn't like you, you're going to act a certain way, and you're going to, like this Bible. I don't like books on, it's, everyone has a Bible, but everyone takes their point of view to different. Everyone will come out reading that Bible not the same. Everyone's going to have their different point of view or take on the Bible. When I hear people preach about the Bible or talk about the Bible, I'm like, I understand what you're saying, but you're not doing it. They're not doing it. They're not listening to what the Bible is telling it, what they should do. They're not listening. They are when I bring up my religion or my heritage, they belittle it or just like, that's witchcraft. You're not supposed to do that either. So I just turn it around. So this Morty guy that I just met, I made a video already introducing pretty much him, but I don't know, I'm busy. I'm really fucking busy. And there was another person that I have met, and I met her at the wellness center. She goes to church. She believes in that lifestyle. I'm drained. No one's listening to me. I have to listen to everybody else's bullshit. And they're spoiled brats. These people that I'm talking to, they are spoiled. They're fucking spoiled. They've never gotten help from somebody that actually truly cares for them. They were used and abused, and these people that go to these people in churches, they are feeding off of these people. There's plenty of churches, there's plenty of homes, there's plenty of housing, people, there's plenty of food, there's plenty of everything. It's just people that are greedy, that want more. They want money, they want a transaction, and they're gonna get it no matter what. So this Morty guy, I didn't do anything to him, did nothing, but see how that is a problem? He can meet anybody else on the street acting like that. He's only 26, poor thing. That's not appropriate. That's not right. It needs to be fixed. It needs to be handled. It's like a dog. You're like, you gotta fix it. You gotta fix it. His parents aren't here to do it. Someone else is gonna, and he's not gonna live that long on the streets doing what he's doing. I have no help, no support. I keep getting abused by people like this. Oh, by the way, they can call this phone all they want. I don't care. It's an Obama phone. It's tracked. Um, I never give out my real phone number because I just know like that people are like that. Um, I give them my social accounts, um, and that's why a lot of like my videos probably have not gone up or whatever it is. And the blog, the band, my mom has even tried to get my videos gotten down, my channel gotten down. She blocked or she reported it. She constantly reports my shit. My online social online is blocked and banned. It's been monitored. It's been like that. So I know I don't have a voice because those other people, same people outside, are trying to do that. I went to a bar. I met what's his name? He called himself Magic Mike. Anyways, the kids were like, I got a bunch of kid spirits like telling me like, watch them. I'm just watching. I'm just like entertaining what else because it's like some people need talking, and this guy was really hurt. He needs talking, and right away I noticed he was trying to groom me. He thought I was really stupid, and I'm just like, let's see what you got. Let's see what you got, and it's sad. It's really sad. When men know that you can't be played with and are not stupid and you were just listening just to hear them out, they get so mean. So anyways, this Magic Mike guy, I didn't I didn't want to entertain him anymore. I was tired of his like calls. Come over, I'll make pizza, or we'll order pizza, or I'll order an Uber. Come over, I miss you. Or come at the bar, I'm at the bar, I'll meet you at the bar. Or every time I go at the bar, every time I go at the bar, he'll be either looking at me or mocking me or trying to talk to me. And online, he tried to gaslight me online. Well, my political views. And when I called him out on it, it's like, well, what were you doing at the bar? You were just respecting me at the bar, trying to get me over to your place to do what? When I clearly told you my abusive relationship? And what were you trying to do? Like, aren't you a creep? And he didn't like me calling him out. And I'm like, dude, you really are. Like, I told you to stop and you didn't stop. And now you're doing it online and offline. This is my problem. You go to church, do you not? So, that's why I thought it was so funny, because it's like, I'll be the nicest person to you till the day I die. I'll be laughing. It doesn't matter, because you're not gonna. I know that when I die, there's gonna be another place. Like my dad. Oh my. I let my dad's the only one that can call me names. My dad's the only one that can do all that shit to me, because I lived it. I know the pain. I already dealt with it. No one else is gonna do that shit to me. I made a promise to myself a long time ago as a child. If I ever got in a relationship, I never knew, and I blame this to my mom. My mom told me when I was little, no guy's gonna love you. All guys are gonna use you. They only want one thing. So I always try to prove her wrong. The problem is, I told Lauren Tapia this story, and Lauren Tapia really did not like my mom at all, because I was married. So she's like, oh, he's a homewrecker, and like she really didn't like Lauren at all. She hated Lauren Tapia. And she got used to him because I had the babies. It's funny. And I think my dad just didn't care either way. Like if you want him in your life, he's gonna be in your life. If not, then you'll you'll live because he lived. Um, just watch for the kids, watch out for the kids, take care of the kids. Um, my dad showed me how to take care of myself and whatnot. My mom is the one who showed me to do organizing because she was in Girl Scouts, because she was a leader. She was a leader in the Girl Scouts. She was my troop leader because her mother was a troop leader, a Girl Scout troop leader, which needs to be investigated because fucking Whittier, Norwalk, La Mirada, Fountain Valley. I I there's something there that my mom's not telling me. And when she went back to go and visit her brother, it wasn't good experience. She's like, it wasn't good at all. Because of the guilt, she's running away. Um, I miss my brother. I owe my brother an apology, and I hope he gets everything he wants. He's already striving, so that's amazing. But his relationship, my mom sabotaged that. My mom knew what she was doing. She was jealous. Um, my mom is just like my sister. My sister is just like my mom, running away and thinking they're not gonna get caught. Synchronicities are coming up. And this Maddie Soto case is really getting to me because of Maddie, not Maddie Soto, Maddie, um, Mark and Stacy's um, cousin. Um, and she looked like Maddie. She looked like the Olsen sisters, but in one. There's only one of them, not two. And she looked like her, Michelle Tanner, and my sister Mandy and Michelle. They were bullies to me when I was a kid. Horrible. I always wanted to adopt. I always wanted to adopt. And Maddie, when she was a little girl, um, I would go and visit my sister's house, and they would be Maddie and Mandy and Michelle. They were always together. Um, and I remember going over there, and all the kids, so all the kids can play. And Mandy was handing out candy to her kids, and my kids were already in the backyard playing, and Mandy was handing out candy to her kids and like M&Ms, and she gave like a good amount to her kids, and only Maddie won. Like, and you see the girl's face, you see Maddie's face, just like, oh, like, but happy to get one. Like, oh my god. And they're laughing about it. Michelle, you go to church and you treat these fucking kids like fucking dirt. I will. You treated me like a fucking piece of little shit. Like what that was doing. Because of my mom, the jealousy. I heard my dad talk about my mom. I mean, I heard my dad talk about my sister, Mandy Michelle, behind their back to my Uncle George. And I didn't I didn't want that type of shit talking or talk back behind my back like that. I can sense my dad was disappointed. And I sensed that my dad was like, what could he do? Like, the disappointment. Um, and I didn't want that. And with my mom, she goes, your dad would never say anything like that to about your sister. I'm like, yeah, he did, because I was there. My my mom did the same thing. My mom was even more mean, more gruesome, more vicious. Where my dad was just like, you wanted the approval. You really wanted the approval. Um, Back at Maddie didn't have anybody. Maddie didn't have anybody. And the fact that Jerome didn't like Maddie either because of the situation, um, I thought cops were supposed to investigate or question other family members that have been around the pedophile. No one questioned me because I saw things that I shouldn't have seen. No, my uncle George, or Jerome, my uncle Jerome, I helped him. My kids were around him. He's my blood uncle, my dad's brother. I had gone with him to go to the Rockets to do Rockets. I invited him to birthday parties. I've gone over to cook for him, to clean house for him, to visit. He lives with my aunts and being an auntie. That's all I've known is my uncle. But what he did to us when we were little, there were signs, there was warnings. And the fact that no officer came to us, Mandy Michelle, shame on you. And the fact that I found out from my grandmother, that's dead, that I never met, there will be a heavy price to pay because I will take down the medical system and the government. I promise with my life. My brother should have never been on pills. My mom should have been in prison. My dad should have been in prison. Holy shit. The things he did. If my dad saw jail, probably would have shaped him up more. You want to surprise? All because of what men did to my dad. What adults did to my dad. And he grew up angry. But my dad, when I like my dad, I grew up knowing my dad wanted to be an old man. Like his elders, all he talked about was elders. It's elders this, elders that. Gotta do right by them. Gotta do this and that. because his pops did this, his pops did that. The way he looked at my boys was like him looking at his brother and him. And that was like my dad's approval. That for me was like healing parts of my dad that should have been healed. And it was healing parts of me because my dad was talking to me, was opening up all that pain. And I could be helping out my sister and brother heal from that abuse. And that's what my dad wanted. And the fact that I saw my uncle in a native blanket, my Uncle Charlie in a native blanket, and yesterday was his birthday. I went to the beach. And he always reminds me of my Uncle Charlie. He always reminds me of old buildings, the stairways, for some reason, back alleys. And so now me communicating with him as when he's dead, I'm telling him like, hey, bonjour. Yeah, I'm telling him like, hey, you know, you remind me of this for some reason. Why? Can you tell me why? He's like, oh, that's pretty cool, you know, like, I don't know why, but I guess this is why. Like, he connects the dots for me now. South Park. He connects me to South Park, which is funny. Because then, like, I don't know. I am grateful I'm still able to laugh at the pain that I'm going through because we're all gonna die. How are you gonna die? I wanna die in a good state of mind. And for Lauren's mom, my mother-in-law, she I wasn't she knew her dad didn't like me. The family didn't like me, but she wanted me to go in the room when he was dying and to see my reaction. I don't know what she thought, but she's backfired on her. Completely backfired on her. I'm comforting her. I'm also comforting Richard in there. That was really close to him. I was comforting him because he was crying and no one was. He grew up. And he created a bond with his grandpa. And that was for Richard. Oh, that grandpa had mood swings like you won't believe because of because of his daughters, his siblings, and the fighting and all that shit. Um, I don't speak Spanish. I only speak English. But the fact that his mind was there, it was sharp, but his body just, the abuse and all that, I just couldn't take it anymore. um the cancer just, um I'm sure if he was in more happier state of mind, he could have lived a little longer. But holy crap, he was strong, and I saw that and I felt that. Um, that's the way I want to go. Like that. Like that's really good. Like even like my dad. Like my dad died outside. He died in the hospital, which I don't want to die in the hospital. Fuck no. Yeah. Yeah. Not even his, he had a heart pacer on. The heart pacer is still on, like still beeping. But he wasn't even gone for, like, he wasn't even like stop talking. I said less than 10 minutes. Less than 10 minutes. It had less than 10 minutes. The nurse comes in with the white bag. Like she was already going to like prep him, and I was taken back by that. Like, whoa, I was gonna say something. And Patty's sister-in-law goes, wait, can we just have like a little bit more minutes, you know? And she just left the bag there. And it was literally a few more minutes. They were already like, we need this room. And I just, that's not right. That's not right. I saw it, I heard it. And the way the nurse did that, like, I have experience with that. They didn't even do that with my dad. So me looking and watching that, like, no. You stand up and you say something, and you get the rest involved going, no, that's not right. You need time. There's other people in the waiting room that still need to come in, and they don't want to see that. They shouldn't see that. Give the family more, you know. Um, and what they did with I know I did say something. I was already pissed that his mom brought me into the fucking room in the first place. I just wanted to see where it was going, and fuck, I needed to see that. And with Dre, um, Daisy, no, Daisy de Santiago, I went to school with her. I went to elementary school with her. I went to Warner with her. I went to high school with her. Now, I wasn't like, yeah, I invited her with my birthday. I think it was like, she was in 5th grade, I was in 4th grade. Anyways, it was a long time ago that I went, or was it middle school? No, I went to middle school. I invited her, I think I was in middle school at the time, when she came to my birthday party. Anyways, I don't think elementary. But I had history with her. Then I got history again back because we moved to Riverside, and then coincidentally I met her again. Like, I saw her in a grocery store, and I'm like, oh wow, so we got in touch again. So then it would be breakups. It would be every once in a while we see each other. But I thought that was kind of cool. Like you move from one county to another county and you see somebody, you're like, oh, okay, kind of cool. I took that as a sign. Then um we end up getting pregnant at the same time, and then I take that as a sign that, oh, okay, then she can be a godmother, because I changed my mind about Ricky and Jerome being the godparents of you boys. So I picked different. I had your dad chose Miguel for a godparent, um, and a friend for, because I didn't want my sister to be a godparent. Um, so Daisy de Santiago is Anthony's godparent. And I have the certificate and everything too, because I did the baptizing and everything. Um, she ends up having babies with some guy she met, Dre. And when Dre ended up having a stroke, um, right before the pandemic happened, he had the stroke, and they took him to Los Alamitos Hospital. And in Los Alamitos Hospital, right away, now I'm not really familiar with the stroke, like what I saw and stuff. He couldn't move, he couldn't do anything, he was hooked up. He wasn't, he was almost dead, but he was alive. He was still alive. He could still recover. There's still kind of some kind of recovery for that. Um, but right away, they were already wanting to take him off the machine on the breathing. They wanted to take him off. And he was still moving, his eyes were still moving, and they're like, no, we could take him off, we could take him off. And knowing what I saw and when I was doing my research on it at the time, and the whole organ harvesting stuff, and that he was a black man, and the fact that too the bed was too short, and he also had a problem with one of the beds too. Oh, and liquid, he had a food feeding tube, and they weren't taking care of him. You go to a hospital and you're thinking you're gonna get the best care when you're all like fucked up, and these people are not doing that. In the back of your head, you have to ask yourself, what are you seeing? I did see one man in there that did music, and I thought that was pretty cool, because I do believe music helped. But out of that whole hospital, you only have less than a handful of caring people. The way that I saw Dre got treated in that hospital was very, should never happen. And I do believe because he was black. I really do believe because he was that color of his skin, they treated him the way that they did. And those nurses should be ashamed of themselves for putting that family through that. And I was just visiting for support. And I do have that man on my phone because his wife asked me to record it for her. Um, and that has a lot of backstory too to that. But I'm only talking about like these people didn't know him, but for him to be treated like that, I'm sorry, Daisy. I'm sorry what he put you through as well. Um, I know he did a lot of things. And what you saw after dealing with it after, I try to help you. And I had a lot of shit I was dealing with that too. But you kept fucking me over. God damn it, you kept fucking me over for some fucking reason. I hate my mother. I do not like my mother. My mother hates the fact of what I'm doing. Witchcraft was involved in the whole Dre and Daisy stuff. That's probably what I'm trying to get at. But it was a whole cycle and witchcraft stuff going on. My sister Stephanie had went to a couple psychics doing some kind of witch or spell or voodoo stuff. She did that, so I know Michelle Castro has done something similar to that. The fact that I kept getting a doll, someone does have a doll of me. And when I go and sign up to get a job, there is a Tina doll on the register. And they're like, "Is your last name Doll? Is your last name Doll?" I'm like, "No, that's not my last name." So to me, it's like, come on. I asked. I asked. I go, "Wait, Dad, hey, Grandma, is there a doll of me somewhere?" You know, I'm laughing. And then, like, a year later, I get this job and it's that. And I'm like, "Oh, I guess there is." It's like Chucky. Which is funny because my sister had imaginary friend. One was Chucky and one was Shamu. And wow. Um, I go to Walmart, Huntington Beach, and it was on 410, and the time was 1:44, 10:44, 35. That is funny. Right there, that's the time. Okay, see, it's in Huntington Beach. So I was protesting. It seems like every time I do the protesting, um, no one's there. No, sir. So I'm like, a lot of these protesters are fake, paid, or just trolls. They're not. They're not who they say they are. Um, Most likely they're probably employees getting paid because the streets are totally empty right now. Empty. So it's all planned out. Just like the traffic. The freeways always remind me of the pyramids, like ending, never ending. Concrete, floods. Water can't soak into the concrete like it's supposed to. It's gonna take time. Where's the water gonna go? Everything is concrete here, so it's good. It's a massive, like, destruction. It's the freeways are too big, and it doesn't need to be like. How is that possible where there's no cars and then all of a sudden there is cars? It's just because who's ever controlling the phones is controlling how we are living. Um, yeah, so if you're stuck in traffic somewhere, it's because you are controlled to be in traffic. You can get the sense of feeling who is controlled and who's not controlled. Um, you're cutting down. California had so much agriculture. It was delicate. Or something. It's like a rabbit. Like rabbits' hearts are really delicate and fragile. It's really fragile, and it shouldn't have been fucked with in the first place. And it's already been. It keeps getting abused and abused. So it's gonna come back. Everything's gonna come back, but it's gonna come back in a different way, and we have to respect it. That's it, my boys. This video just like kind of spread out more because it's getting to the last point. It's getting to the last videos, and these are my only videos. I'm not. This is it. I made my point clear. Um, Especially you, Colin. I will come to you and give you pointers and guidance. Be strong. You don't need medication. You need to get these people who fucked you over and did you wrong. You need to put them in the place, because if you put them in the place and you do right, when you tell your truth and you are a truthful person, I promise you, and I swear to you, you have a lot of power in your truth, because it makes these people like who lie. You know what lying does. You know it hold. You know it's something on your shoulder that you don't want. So when you tell the truth, you know that it's like it has you. And I left you guys like Easter eggs kind of type thing, and pictures. Oh, I miss you so much, Colin. I really do. And my Tessie. I having a hard time walking outside and seeing kids and imagining what you guys must be like and stuff like that. So I'm not. I will be free, but I'm not free right now because I have a lot of people who believe in God and Jesus are trying to tell me I'm sick and gaslighting me, which they are sick for grooming kids and letting it happen and not